One thing that certainly unites the world is sports. And when we're talking about sports, in this regard, we're looking in the world of football. Of course, we have Onyinyechi joining us this morning. Good morning, Onyinye. You look bright and beautiful.
As always.
Good morning, Elsa. Good morning, Olive. Thank you so much for that compliment.
Thank you. You're welcome. Now, we hear that the Ugandans might not be too, or they're not too excited about what's happened in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations.
Yes, of course, they say what makes you a good sportsman is when you fall, you rise up again and then go further, maybe accomplish what you did not in your first encounter. But we must tell you that the Bayana, Olive, they got in town yesterday, yes, of course, was a rousing reception for them. And they got a lot of money, so they're all smiling to the bank right now. And one big thing is that the SAFA president, South African Football Association president, has promised them that there will be equal pay. There will be parity, of course, in the pay between the Bafana and the Banyana.
Okay.
This is
one of them is making South Africans proud.
Yeah.
At this
So
point.
I hope other federations can pick up from there and make
Valid
it
angle there. I think it's very exciting. For the longest time, the gender pay gap, not just in the world of sports, but generally, was really wide, and it was said that it would take about 100 years for us to breach this. But I'm excited about this. Let's talk about WAFCON, the updates with regards to Crested Cranes.
Okay, we're picking up experiences from the Women's African Cup of Nations. So second-timers, Uganda Crested Cranes exited the 2022 Women's African Cup of Nations following a breathtaking 2-2 draw against Burkina Faso at the Stade Mohammed V Stadium in Casablanca. Coach George William Lutalo's side lost their opening match 2-0 to Senegal before falling 3-1 to the host Morocco. The team managed to get 2-2 draw against 10-man Burkina Faso team in the final group game. The president of the football body in Uganda, that's FIFA, blamed inexperience of both the players and the coaching staff of the Ugandan Crested Cranes for the poor show at the Women's African Cup of Nations 2022 in Morocco. Now, Uganda booked a place for the finals in Morocco when Kenya withdrew from the last qualifying phase after FIFA suspension. Right now we have Vanessa Edith Karungi, goalkeeper of the Ugandan Crested Cranes and also who plays for B93 FC in Denmark. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for joining us today.
Thank you for hosting me.
So great one to see that you went to Morocco, so great experience. So we are here for you to share that experience with us. So the Crested Cranes could not go past the group stage, after the group stage, as second-timers at the 2022 WAFCON. But what was it like playing at the Continental Showpiece again after 22 years for you?
Yeah, just like you've said, after 22 years, that is a great achievement for especially our generation. And it was a big experience playing on the biggest stage of African women football. And we were excited, but despite the results we got, and it wasn't a good run for us as a team, we got a lot to learn. And we hope to come back next time stronger and much more better. With a much more experienced team, because right now, yeah, we have a lot of experience basing on that stage. But when we come back next time, it will be fire, I'll tell you.
Okay, I'll wait for that. That's what makes you a good sportman. But you had to play Senegal, Burkina Faso, and the host, Morocco, in your group. Take us through that experience playing against the host nation with their fans, of course, in their favor.
Of course, playing Morocco, it wasn't an easy game because it was, first of all, the home advantage, a very big crowd, the fans were there to support the home team. But when you look at the match, it was quite let me say, an equal match, but we didn't get the good results. But we managed to play Morocco, and the results didn't go our way. But it was kind of not an easy game, but we both managed to play, and the results didn't go our way, but we tried. Yeah.
Okay, trying, and maybe you try again. Uganda finished 4th with 1 point behind Burkina Faso, who hold the same point. So what lessons have you learned? Tell us the particular lesson you learned playing at the Women's African Cup of Nations this year.
Particularly, we learned how to manage our opponents, how to handle each game, that when at that stage, each game is a final game for any team, because any point you get is an important point. We reached a moment whereby we were supposed to play Burkina Faso, and we just needed to play and win by a few more goals. Like I think it was 3 goals for us to, because we still had a chance to qualify. So I think we learned how to manage every game right from the beginning. You know, like, okay, every game I approach is a final game for the team and for us, the players. Yep.
Okay, can you remember any particular game where you had to, you had your hats in your mouth in order to qualify? And what was told to the team to keep you all together?
That was the Burkina Faso game. The Burkina Faso game whereby we're like, you know what? We really need to go out, play our hearts out, and get this win. Because we had the strategy from the very beginning of this tournament. That is the game against Senegal. We were like, we need to get this win. Of course, when you get a good beginning of the tournament, then you have at least a better flow. I have the 3 points at the beginning rather than having 0. So it's quite different when you have 0 points and you have to face Morocco with the second game, let me say the hosts. That is quite challenging, whereby okay, like, will I beat Morocco? Will I not beat Morocco? That is because it's the host, it has the home advantage. But to be sincere, right from the very beginning of the tournament, right from the Senegal game, we're like, let's go out, win this game, and have that focus whereby we know, okay, we need now to beat Morocco, we need now to beat Burkina Faso, and then we qualify to the next stage.
Okay, let's talk about that qualification to the finals of the Women's African Cup of Nations. Of course, Kenya had to withdraw from the competition, the qualifiers, and that gave you your berth at the WAFCON for this year. Do you think you going to the WAFCON this year was just by luck?
We worked for it. We worked hard for it, because if we had not beaten Ethiopia, then we wouldn't be the team to go through. But as a team, we worked hard for it. And then luck came in, because if we didn't work as a team to beat Ethiopia, then we wouldn't have taken the chance to go through. So it was through hard work that we earned the spot in the WAFCON. And luck came as well, whereby Kenya withdrew from the tournament. And then we had to go through. So it was luck and hard work, but hard work comes first.
Okay, what would you say is the greatest challenge most female footballers face in Africa?
I would say we have a challenge, like we lack publicity, like there's no, our footballers, because this problem is also in the men's side. So our football is not published out there, more like, let me say, the European football. So I think we need more publicity, and we also need a bit of equality. I'm so happy that South Africa is going to get equal payment as the ladies and the men. So I think we also need to look into that different countries, so that there is more of equality. So this can keep us all going, because now when you look at the women football, the game is growing so big. The fans fill the stadium in the final. I think the Moroccan fans have been there for the team right from the beginning. So that would be a great advantage to women football, where there is equality, publicity. So yeah.
Are you faced with any challenge playing on the African scene?
Personally, I'm facing a challenge playing on the African scene, whereby, like like I've told you, not very many people are trying to embrace the sport, but few are still lagging behind. Like those girls can't play the football. But I've been so happy, and because people have embraced the football, people are trying to come out and support the girls. They're now seeing that there's something different we the girls can do, as well as the men. So seeing the Euros, seeing the AFCON, and different stages. So if we come together, we can still push the African football and go heights.
Okay, do you think the current crop of players in the Crested Cranes camp can compete with big teams again at the next Women's African Cup of Nations tournament?
Yes, because when you look at the average age of the Ugandan team, who are the youngest, like it was like 24 years. So we still have a chance and time to come back and compete. And we shall have gained more experience, grown mentally, first a few different teams and more challenges. So by the time we come back to play against the the other ladies out there, the other bigger teams, we shall have a bigger challenge.
Okay, well, how far do you think you would go in the next competition if you have to qualify?
We shall come back to the same stage, same big stage, African Cup of Nations for the women. So, yeah, expect us next time. And this time we're not participating, we are more than competing as a Ugandan team.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll take you for your word, Vanessa, over there. Thank you so much for sharing your experience from the Women's African Cup of Nations Morocco 2022. And I wish you all the best in Denmark where you ply your trade.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you so much. There you have it. Of course, goalkeeper of the Ugandan Crested Cranes just finished the competition from the Women's African Cup of Nations. Uganda and Togo, Burkina Faso became the three teams that were ousted from the Women's African Cup of Nations, the group stage. And there she shared her experience with us, telling us that they are picking up from where they left and making it better. They have to show up for the next competition, of course, on the African scene. So, of course, Osa Olive there. She just shared her experience. Edith had just shared her experience with us from the Women's African Cup of Nations. We can't wait to have all the players to come tell us what it is like to play on a big stage like that, like the Women's African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, I'm super proud of them, and I think this is also one of the most publicized, WAFCONs that we've seen in a while. And so, I'm proud of the Ugandans. I hope that they also qualify next time, and hopefully able to go further.
Yeah, so we are hopeful here. I can't wait to host the Banyana, because you know what it is when you host the champion, they are excited and they have this contagious excitement to share with you.
Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Onyinyechi. Looking forward to seeing you again. Oh, that'll be tomorrow, actually.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us.